Welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you tonight's MMJHL game as we get ready to go here live from the Iroquois Arena as the Charleswood Hawks host the St. James Junior Canucks as the Canucks, along with a couple other teams, look to punch their way to the postseason and join the Hawks, Jets, Reals, and Railer Express, who've already got their ticket punched. With that, we'll flip over to today's starting goaltender, starting tonight for the visiting St. James Canucks, number 31, Connor Murphy, getting the start. He's 12 and 11 on the season, save percentage of .917, goals against average of 3.18, and starting in goal for the Charleswood Hawks is Aiden Quo. Aiden Quo is 8-5-1 on the season, save percentage of 898, and a goals against average of 3.19. Leading scorers coming into this one, and Tyson Sperber leading the way for the Charleswood Hawks. 31 games played, 18 goals, 30 assists. On the defensive side of things, is Tate Dolinsky leading the way. In 33 games played, 6 goals, 15 assists, 3 power play goals with the game winner for him. Colwar Saba leading the D for the visiting Canucks. And we'll have his stats with their leading scorer on the other side of O Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stop, rise, and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And as we mentioned before, Koasaba leads the defense in scoring for the Canucks. 8 goals and 28 assists. Their leader overall in points is Jaden Ward. The ex-OCM Blizzard, 33 goals in 33 games, tacked on with 21 assists for 54 points. 9 on the power play, 3 shorthanded, 4 game winners. With that, the referees are set, ready to go. Puck drop coming your way, and we are underway from the Iroquois as both segments roll in. And that one went back into the Canucks zone. Canucks control, and they'll push that on the near side boards. Canucks trying to push that up ice. And the skirmish for it in the corner boards. Briggs knocks it ahead. And now played away from Lewis to the far side. Canucks to work that up ice. And they'll get that out of the zone, pushed right back in. Arneson works up through neutral zone. And called at the line is Jarrett Ross on the offside. 27 ticks gone. And a fresh set of defensive pairing coming out here for the Canucks. As Warfel slides in on the draw against Lewis. And off the far side draw. Pushed ahead up ice. Walking in. And Lewis puts on the brakes. Now takes it around behind the goal. Pushes it to the point. Can't get to Galvinia. He'll throw that to the far side. Canucks quickly on it. They'll push that up to Warfel. Warfel chases in. He's got Arneson in front of the net. And Arneson couldn't get the pass to connect to him. Working it to Warsaba. His shot. Sticked into the corner boards by Quo. Pass ahead by Briggs is picked off a couple sticks. Slapped to the far side by Arneson. Ward on it. He'll push that ahead. And a good stick battle there as the puck's cleared out. Puck rolls all the way down where Saba gives chase. Icing waved off. Murphy plays that to the far side. And scooped up and deflected in by Arneson at the line. Now puck controlled here in the far side. Hawks looking up ice, trying to catch a streaking man, and that's off the stick of Trans-Traverse. Played right ahead now here by the Canucks, and they'll misplay that one in the feet of Arneson. And battle for the puck on the near side. Pushed into the attack zone all the way down, and that's going to be an icing on the clear in from Nicholas Collin. So Arneson comes back onto the ice. And we get ready to go here. As Morrison in on the draw. All right, Stevenson wins that to Johnson. His shot deflected just wide. Jarrett Ross first on the puck. Now he's pushed off. Garrison trying to dig that out of the corners. And that one's gloved and thrown across. Canucks on the loose puck in their own zone. They'll push it ahead on the far side. Battle through it. Arneson runs through some traffic and he'll just push that ahead. Digging out of the corner boards. Parnell trying to get that. Played to the far side. Dolinsky on the loose puck. And he'll push that ahead on the far side. Now back to the near side boards. And David Johnson dumps that one in, and Traverse behind the play gets called for an icing as he couldn't catch up to that one. We'll take it back down to the Charleswood end. 17:42. And off the draw, a quick shot off the mark there from Robertson. Battle for the puck. Rolls in behind the goal. Still with it back to the point as the one gets played right into the stick of Quell with the deflection in front from Robertson and Parnell. So McPherson's line comes on with Franklin and Kurlik. Gavinia joins. Same with Van Elstein for the defensive pairing. And off the draw, here we go as Collin gives chase. Galvinia on the near side boards. He'll try and dig that one out. He'll throw that to the far side and doesn't get it quite to McPherson. Played in. Parnell has to tag back up. Set up now here by St. James, and they'll quickly pick that off. Looking ahead ice. Robertson dumps that one in as he gets brushed off the puck. Van Alstyne on it. And the battle for the puck, trying to work that free in the defensive zone as Collin pushes it back. And through the neutral zone battle, here come the Hawks. They'll clear that into the attack zone, and they'll battle with it out of the corner boards and up and out of play for a stoppage in play at 16:47. Top line out here for Charleswood, and that will be matched here by the Canucks. So the two veterans, Warfel and Lewis, get ready to go on the draw. And Warfel wins that one back. Colwar Saba plays it to the far side, and here come the Canucks quickly out of the zone. Arneson walks in, and he'll get pushed in behind the corner boards. Loose puck, Canucks pull that free, and they'll work it back to Colwar Saba. His shot deflected, and loose in front. Ward walks in, and that gets blocked in front of the goal. A couple good opportunities there for St. James. Battle on the near side. Puck cleared out and worked all the way down. Carefully played into the corner boards by Murphy. Puck rolls out. Dolinski on it. And Dolinski looks up ice. He's got Melnick with him. Turns it over to Cole Warsaba. Warsaba enters into the attack zone. Fires. And that went off the stick of Quell. Went up over the glass for a stoppage of play. 4 minutes about gone here. And once again, in the intermission break, we'll keep eye at the out-of-town scoreboard. All teams on in action. Opportunity here for 3 teams to clinch a playoff spot tonight. As we mentioned earlier, the Canucks with a point here after that big hit would clinch a playoff spot. Battle on the near side. Gets pushed to the far side. And right up Broadway comes Arneson, and a step offside is what they're going to call on the far side there. Looked like that was on Ward indeed. Here's a look at that hit. Down low as the physicality getting into this battle in between these two squads early. Battle off the far side drop. Pushed around. Sadowski comes in and he takes a whack. And the board play worked down low for Osterman. Caden Osterman. He'll jar that free and get it right past. And from the point, Firth plays that down low. Quick shot on the one-timer, and that goes wide. Puck pushed into the corner boards here by St. James in behind the goal. Sorry, continues on here with the stick battle. Trying to work that one for an opportunity in front of Quell. Back to the point. And that one trickles away here from the Canucks. Malenko plays that in. And he'll head for a change. Puck played to the far side. Canucks get that one just in time as they'll dump it in. And picked up here by the Hawks AP. He'll play that up ice and all the way down. And that's indeed going to be an icing as Sadowski was chasing that one down. Couldn't be the first back, so we'll head it back here to the Charleswood end of things. 14:43 on the clock. So far zone draw. Battle for it, pushed across. As the Hawks look to play that up ice. Battle for it. Continues on. Robertson trying to jar that free. Comes to Phillips. His shot goes wide of the goal. It'll work its way all the way around here. As Johnson tries to clear. Glove down. Cullen walks in. Backhand, forehand. Rolls off the blade to Parnell. He'll wait for it back at the point. Comes to Phillips. He'll play it to the far side off a stick out of the zone. As Turcotte chases that one down. Fired right back in by the Canucks. Foul continues on the boards. Collin trying to opening up the scoring as he'll play that to the slot. And a good handful of sticks in there. And the home squad breaks that one up. And here they come on the counter through traffic. And looking around is McPherson. Puck turned over by Phillips. And now here we go. Robertson back with some back and forth talking. Collin walks into that one. Big block there by Johnson. Collin works out to Robertson. Robertson turns, fires off the glove loose, and the Canucks score! And it's the Canucks picking it up on the road here first, and it's going to be Phillips with the goal from Robertson and Collin at 6:20. And here's a look at the replay. And there the puck rolls to the slot and just sitting there tapped home. 1-0 for the Canucks on the road as they'll win that one back. Puck cleared all the way in. Melnick on it. He'll fire that ahead ice. And he'll take a big hit. As Kulak plays it to the far side. Battle for the puck ensues. As Jordy tries to catch up to that. Unable to do so. Work to Warsaba on the far side. He'll push that up ice. And big collision there as McIntosh went down. No call. Puck rolled into the zone offside. Or icing waved off. Warsaba picks it up. Battle ensues in front of Quo. Worked off the stick of Ward and down. Ward plays that up ice. And Warfel to Arneson off a couple sticks. McPherson ahead. And Warsaba dumps it right back in. Van Alstyne takes it from Quo behind the goal. As Van Alstyne looks to push that up ice. Chance traverse. Off his stick and all the way down. And will it have enough for an icing? No, says the linesman. Battle for the puck ensues behind their own goal line here for St. James, but they're quickly out into the neutral zone and push into the attack zone with Warfel. Walking in, firing, shot goes wide. Warfel on the rebound. And he'll try and put that one in, can't tap it home. Van Alstyne, he'll watch his man as that went off a stick and just over on the opportunity for Arneson as he cuts in front. Ward behind the goal. He'll look around and rolls off his blade. Canucks cut in, and that puck's just cleared out of the zone. Warsaba to Arneson. He'll work it up the far side. Puts on the brakes. Has Ward cutting in front. Arneson loops back. He'll work it past Galvinia behind the goal. Warfel to Ward. Ward back to the point. And Belenko's shot is blocked. Here's an opportunity on the counter for Charleswood, and Traverse just fires it in instead. As we near the midway mark of the opening frame, 1-0 for the visiting Canucks. As Johnson ensues in a little bit of a skirmish with Ward in front of his bench. Lewis puts it the other way, and that comes out to Nowinski. Nowinski fires it in, and quickly came out. Briggs dumps that one in as he brushes off a hit. Puck played on the far side. Battle for it comes to Nowinski, and he gets reefed into the boards. Sorry walks in. Ethan Sorry waits, fires, save made, rebound came right to him. Nowinski though scoops it up to go the other way here for the Hawks. Back and forth. Here we go. Sperber walks in through traffic. And good work there defensively to break that up by Robertson. And so that's Thornton there with the stick on it as he'll battle away. There's a shot in tight from Sadowski. Shut down. Osterman just knifes that into the zone as the Canucks look to get in a change here as the Hawks set it up from behind their own goal. Looking to play this ahead ice. As the battle comes on the near side here for Briggs. And Kalen Briggs plays that across. Far side, looking for the dump in. And Canucks read that one easily. As they watch the line, big hit there as Parnell had to put the dodge on that one with the stop. And that shot's deflected up and out of play on the shot from Phillips, who has the lone goal to report in this one. 10-11 on the clock here in the first. 1-0 for the visiting St. James Canucks here live from the Iroquois. Collin awaits the draw. He'll win that one back to Thornton. He tries to get a shot away, unable to do so. As Torkard pushes that to the far side. Now Traverse with it. He'll walk into the attack zone. He'll sauce that across. 10-minute mark has come and gone here in the first. And taking that one back, breaking it up as Robertson. He'll wait to get a shot away after breaking up the pass to Van Alstyne. Here's a 3-on-2 going back here for Charleswood. Galvinia plays that in offside. And they'll line up here at the line for the draw. So James Franklin's line back out on the ice for the draw. As he'll get set against Carter Jordy, who's back in the lineup after missing a while here for the Canucks. Caden Buffalo is way up on the play. He barely got onside before that was dropped. Off the draw, puck deflected ahead. Dolinski up to Melnick. Gets past Franklin, and at the line, it's played ahead here by the Canucks. They'll give chase as Buffalo. Puck worked away from him past Jordy, and on the far side. Melnick has that worked away from him. Battle for it. Jordy plays a head turnover for Franklin, and here comes the speedy Franklin through traffic. He's offside, and oh, the linesman is indeed going to call it against Kurlek on the line for the offside. So near side draw. Jordy ready against McPherson. McPherson wins that back. As they look for the pass across. Van Alstyne on it. He'll continue to push that one in as Kurlek gives chase. Picked up behind the goal. Puck off the stick of Jordy. Held at the line. Hawks fire that through traffic and into the trapper of Connor Murphy for a whistle at 8:54. So we get ready here for the far side draw. As both teams change up their lines before we go. As Werfel awaits Lewis in the circle. And Lewis cleanly wins that one back, but the Canucks on it as they'll push up the far side. Walking in, Charleswood rings that, or actually St. James rings that one off the iron. In behind the goal. Hawks settle it down before working it up to Sperber on the near side boards. Turnover, Werfel holds the line, bouncing puck, and that shot by Jarrett Ross is blocked. Battle one-timer by Ward won't go. He'll get another go. And that one just wide. Phillips pinches in. He'll fire towards the goal. Sticked away by Quo. Foul behind the goal. Arneson on it. Wraparound opportunity. Ward jamming away at it. Somehow that stays out. Good work there by Quo, keeping this a one-goal game. As Briggs tries to go the other way, he gets brushed a little bit on the hit. Werfel walks in, fires and into the trapper, and Quo will hold on for a whistle at 7:59. So Chance Traverse's line comes out as they get ready here for the draw in the attack zone. Off the draw, one back to Belenko, and doesn't quite make it there. Thornton plays that across. Opportunity from Werfel, won't go. Puck picked up now by Ethan Sari, and he's pushed off the puck. Battle ensues down low. As Charleswood passes around behind the goal. Big hit. And that one worked across to the line. There's a shot. And jamming away at that one's the captain, Caden Osterman, and the veteran getting into it with Chance Traverse. It's both veterans. And a couple of whacks at Quo taken. Here's a look at the replay of that hit behind the goal. Far side draw, 1-0 here for the visitors, and Brady Thornton gets away from the draw, and Osterman will come in. So Osterman against Sadowski, wins that one back to the point, quick shot, and that one off the paddle into the corner boards. Chance Traverse on it, and he'll roll that one, and almost clips one of his coaching staff there off the net and up into the Charleswood bench. 7:18 on the clock. As Thornton awaits his partner in the draw. So him and Sadowski will do it again. This time Sadowski wins it back. And battle for it. Osterman on it. Watched by Traverse to the far side. And Ross works it down low. Back to the point for Thornton. Thornton walks into one. Big block in front. And now here's a turnover as Nathan Veerse works it up on the far side. He'll turn and dump that in. Murphy sauces it to the far side off a couple sticks and out. Tate Dolinski on the loose puck. Dolinski looks up ice. And that one deflected off a stick and in. Canucks calm her down. They'll work it to the far side. Quick give and go back and forth. It's picked up by Van Alstyne, who will work it out of the zone. Now comes right back into late offside. Parnell, he'll chase in on the tag. Puck worked up the far side. And Tyson Sperber works it past Cole Warsaba. Warsaba into lay the hit. Loose puck slid right through the crease there. And Connor Murphy able to pounce on that one in the blue paint. 6:19 as he looks to stay perfect through the opening 20. So we head to the far side. Off the draw. Hawks controlling the attack zone. Van Alstyne pushes that one all around. Looking for Sperber in front. Doesn't quite make it to him. Looks like Collin got his stick on that as Galvinia works it to the far side and in. Cole Warsaba. He'll work it up to Robertson. Robertson, he'll get the pass to Parnell. Bouncing puck as the 21s battle at it. Parnell comes free, walks in, and Quo shuts down the opportunity as that one hits him right in the Hawks' crest. 5:52 on the clock. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you tonight's MMJHL game as McPherson's line strolls on. Off the far side draw. Dolinsky gives chase, Kurlik on it. And Kurlik works that one out past Bear. And walking in, here comes James Franklin. He'll cut to the goal. And the one-timer on the rebound is whacked wide. Puck is worked all the way down. Hawks will have another chance to set it up. Off the stick there, picked up by Warsaba. And he'll battle through some traffic. Puck comes out. And here's another opportunity for James Franklin. Walks in. Franklin fires and tries to go 5-0. Shut down by Murphy at 5:16. And here's a replay of that first opportunity as Franklin just walks in. And the rebound awaited there for his teammate. Couldn't tap that one in past Murphy on the doorstep. 5:16, Lewis on the draw. He'll wait his opponent as Werfel slides in. And Lewis gets the better of Werfel. Now Briggs behind the goal. His centering pass is picked off and it played right out of play there by Phillips. And nope, deflected, according to the referee. So it wasn't straight out. Off the draw, Melnick walks into that. And sliding over to catch that in the trapper is Murphy. So they'll do it again here from the near side. As Lewis awaits a new opponent. And he'll beat Werfel again. Arson works that across to the far side. Here comes Ward, Jaden Ward. He'll walk in, fires, and that one rolled off the backhand of the netting. The tip-in for Arneson looking for it in front is stopped by Quo. And under 5 to go, the Canucks look to set it up here on the O-zone draw after a couple good opportunities for the Hawks in the attack zone. See if St. James can fare better off the draw win. Battle for it ensues in the corner boards. Hawks trying to come free. Werfel centers. And a good reach there from Jarrett Ross to hold. Deflection, it's in. And then they strike again. 2-0 here. And no, it's straight in for Jarrett Ross. 2-0 for the St. James Junior Canucks. And here's a replay of the Canucks goal. As Ross fires that one home, did not get the tip in front as it initially looked like. And the visitors strike early, like I said. The win would indefinitely put them into the playoffs. As that one shut down with a great opportunity in the return of Carter Jordy. Jordy gets ready to do it again here. This time against Stevenson. And the battle ensues on the dot. Buffalo shot deflected, and that one off a stick rolled just wide. Puck worked to the far side for Vigerson. He'll get it out as he brushes off the hit. Puck worked in by Cole Warsaba. Off Quo. Ahead now. And Chance Traverse. Walks in, fires wide of the goal. Battle on the far side. So they do give the assist to Ross, and there was a deflection in front by Arneson scooping up the goal. Puck comes out, and that's going to be an icing. No, waved off to the dismay of a couple of the coaches there as Buffalo works out to the far side. Van Alstyne thought he got hooked as that goes to the far side. Turcotte on it. He'll work that up ice as the guy chasing in on him. And Firth got pushed offside. So they got a re-tag here. Chance here for the Hawks to set something up, down by 2 early on. Pass to Lewis off the stick as he takes a little bit of a bump from Ken Osterman as the two captains run into each other. Osterman picks off the pass to Lewis, and he gets hauled down. Galvinia is going to go to the sin bin. Battle ensues in the corner boards as Murphy makes his way. And at 17:02 on the clock, we get today's opening power play. So the Canucks power play gets ready to go. Second in the league, 23.7%. As they win the draw quickly across. Looking back to Phillips. He'll pass that one across. Ward on it. He'll look. Ward plays it back now to Phillips. And that shot's blocked. Good block there by James Franklin. Puck worked behind the goal. And from the corner boards, tight angle there. Back to Phillips. He'll work it across to Ward. Ward digs her out of the corner. Works it. One-timer, decided not to fire. Opportunity there. And Malenko's shot is up and out of play. As they take another 30 seconds, another 40 seconds off the clock here. Sperber and Lewis join the play here for the penalty killers. Charleswood penalty kill third in the MMJHL, 83.2% off the attack zone draw. Worked across, Sorry, looks to hold, and he'll work it down low. Collin, he'll play it across. Collin gets it right back. Now to Sorry. He'll play it to the far side. Colwar Saba works it to the goal line. There's a tight angle shot. Save made, rebound loose in front. As the Hawks man lost his stick. And that was Lewis. He'll scoop it back up as Colwar Saba plays it to the far side, gets it back. Decides to fire himself off target there. Sorry pinches in with the help of Ward. And that gets past Ward and cleared now by the Hawks as they get a break. Quick pass up the far side. Robertson walks in. Cole Robertson fires off the glove, bouncing puck. Quo couldn't find it, and his team can't clear as Warsaba works it across. There's a shot through traffic, and the Canucks continue on with the pressure. Warsaba fires, and that went too high, trying to go on the blocker's side. Up and out of play. 89 seconds to go in the frame. 2-0 for the visiting Canucks, and their power play trying to build on that. They got 31 seconds of man advantage remaining on the Galvinia hold. Galvinia trip. Off the draw. Back to Phillips. He'll work it down low. Putting on the brakes. Looking around. Phillips now gets it back. He'll play it across. And Blanco's pass down low. Trying to get on that one. And the stick battle 4 continues on as Franklin gets in there. Puck worked back to Phillips. And he'll play that away from Franklin on the keep away game. He'll get it back from Ward to the far side. And the pass to Ward is broken up. Phillips holds, and he'll fire that one. Pops out as we head to even strength here. Arneson cycles around trying to make some space. Loose puck put into the zone, and Sperber chasing down on that. He'll take it behind the goal. Throws it right into the slot. And the Hawks can't get to it as the Canucks able to clear. David Johnson fires it to the far side. Hawks crash the boards hard. They get that puck. Looking, there's a shot, and that one rolled just wide. As Galvinia, or Johnson there, forks that down low. Sperber walks in, fires, smothered up with 21.7 seconds to go. So good opportunity here as we take a look at the replay. And Murphy doing his job. So a couple opportunities there for Sperber. And Lewis set on the draw. One back. And now Van Alstyne fires, blocked. Robertson, or Osterman chases that one down. He'll catch up to it, walks in, fires off the mask, loose in front. And knocked away by the Hawks defender. Thornton trying to work that free. He'll play it in front, and with Osterman right there, it's smothered up by Quo with 6.1 seconds to go in the period. And off the draw. They'll battle around for that one. And he'll come out to Sperber. And there goes the whistle. We have played a total of 20 minutes here. Shots 22-9 in favor of the Junior Canucks. And we'll bring you to the scoring summary and then a look at the out-of-town scoreboard to follow. 2 goals as the Canucks open this one up. Striking early, Jacob Phillips his first from Cole Robertson, and Nicholas Collin at 6:20. At 15:22, Tristan Arson his 8th from Jarrett Ross and Jaden Warfel. Nathan Galvinia with the trip at 17:02 was able to be killed off. And with that, we will flip over here to the standings in the MMJHL. And as we mentioned here, as you can see, the Railway Express, St. Boniface Reals, Jets, Hawks, and Royal Knights have clinched. Not the Royal Knights yet. Royal Knights, Twins, and Junior Canucks have an opportunity to clinch here, depending how these games play out tonight. And we have the early updates for you on the couple games at 7:30 and another one at the 8 p.m. slot. And an update here from Fort Garry, as that was an early 1-1 battle. And now David Balshaw and Luca Borenko added on to Lucas Spencer's opener. It's now 3-1. Robert with the lone goal for the Victorias. Shots 11-11. And with the win there, that would give the Twins a postseason berth. And if my math is correct there, that would mean the Canucks would just need a point. The Canucks would just need a point tonight then to clinch a playoff spot as well. And not only would the Twins, but the Royal Knights would also clinch with a Victoria's loss. Update from St. Boniface, and the Transcona Rail Express, after dropping their last 2 games, look to get back in the win column. Johnson with 2, Vorat and Selin, the goal scorers there. 4-0 Railway Express. Shots are 15-5 for the Express. 11:48 remaining in the second. And they played 1 out in River East as the Royal Knights, Maslow with 2, and Ryan Thiessen with the lone goal for the Pembina Valley Twisters. 2-1 for the Royal Knights as they double up the Twisters in scoring in on the shot clock, 16-8. Graham's out in Stonewall to cover the Jets and the Rails Junior Hockey Club. It's Chung and Carson King, the goal scorers, 2-0 Jets as they're out shooting the Raiders Junior Hockey Club 14-8 out in Veterans through 1 period of play. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brent, and we'll see you all on the other side of this intermission. 2-0 following 40 minutes of play, or following 20 minutes of play here from the Iroquois. And welcome back, hockey fans, as we are ready to go here for the start of the second period. Live here from the Iroquois Arena as the teams start to file out onto the ice for the second period of play. 2 goals scored in the opener there as Jacob Phillips starting it off with his first of the season. And then Tristan Arneson, assistant captains, getting the scoring done for the visiting Canucks as they were all over Quo and the Charleswood Hawks. Shots 22-9 following the opening 20 minutes. Canucks over one on the lone man advantage. Referee make sure everyone's set. Thornton on the draw against Lewis. And battle ensues off the draw. Braden Thornton wins that one back to Jarrett Ross. He'd assist. On that goal there from Phillips, who dumps that ahead. Big hit taken. Puck picked up and into the attack zone. Walking in, Lewis dishes that one off. Can't find Briggs. Puck battle behind the goal ensues on. Phillips ahead on the near side. Puck tip past Dolinski and all the way down the ice. Sorry chasing for it, but he's behind the play. It's an icing. So we flip our way back down here at 1933. Thornton ready to go here on the draw against Stevenson. And Thornton wins the battle back. Stevenson lays the hit. Puck rolls to the corner boards. Battle ensues. And that puck doesn't quite come out. No, it does. What a play there. Versa walks in. Puck on the doorstep. Stevenson leaves that. Backhander opportunity is shut down. And a big hit laid there by Traverse after the shot. Trying to get the momentum going here for the home side of things. As that puck bounces up and hits Briggs on the bench. As he gives a little holler back as Sari and crew go for a change. Far side draw. And off the defensive zone win. Lewis gives chase as he'll try and work it free. He goes down hard behind the goal line. And puck cut up off the stick of Ward and down. And oh! It is an icing as Ward couldn't make contact. So we'll roll it back down to the Canucks side of things. Warfel set on the defensive zone win, and Lewis gives chase on that puck. Warfel, he'll fork it up on the near side. Briggs cuts that one off. He'll put it behind. Lewis can't scoop up to it. Battle for it. Ensues on. Puck rolled behind the goal. And kicked away. And here we go. 3-on-2 going the other way. Pass ahead. Comes back out. And Warfel enters at the perfect timing to stay onside. He'll drop that back. Couldn't find Bear. Ward takes it, fires, and that one trickles in. Jaden Ward with the goal. And it is 3-0 as the Hawks look to run away, or the Canucks look to run away with this here on the road over the Hawks. And here's a look at the replay as Ward just takes that one, puts a top shutter, and pops it there just over the glove of Quo. As it trickles in behind, might have popped off his back and in. So Jaden Ward adds to the goal scoring in this one for the Canucks as the Hawks push that ahead past the reach of Franklin Firth on it. And he'll turn that one over up ice. And we got a penalty there behind the play. It's a hooking call. And it's another St. James Junior Canucks power play. Or it's a spear. So McPherson makes his way to the sin bin. They pop the power play up on the board. It's a 4-minute as shall be for spearing or butt ending, depending on how they put it. Robertson's shot just over. Comes back to the line. Nice little toe drag there. Makes some space as Warsaba picks that up. Fires blocked off of Johnson and up and out of play. As they play 16 seconds off the clock and get ready to go again. Good opportunity here to really take control of this one off the draw. Warsaba looks around, fires toward the goal. Comes back and passed around. There's a shot deflection in front. Canucks score as they strike again. And the power play doing its job. Deflection in front. And it was Nick Cullen with the goal. Here's a look at the replay of the Cullen goal. There's a Ward goal, and sorry about that. Thought I had that goal loaded, and so off the draw. Battle for the puck on the near side. Pushed ahead and walking in is Belenko. He'll play out to the far side off a couple sticks and up and out of play. 17:07 on the clock. As we mentioned, that hot Canucks power play. Seeing what they can do here in the back half of the double minor. Didn't take long to score on the front half of it as Phillips works it across. And that one off the pad, loose in front. Hawks dig it out. And they'll dump that one in. Phillips on that puck. He'll battle away as he'll push it around. Sperber can't chase up to it. Firth plays that to the far side. And walking in come the Canucks. Through traffic is Arneson. He'll drop off to Warfel. Back to Arneson. Back to the point. Pass across. Alenko plays it down low. Ward cycles. And back to Ward. Ward works it across. So Parnell and Warsaba pick up the assist. About 4 gone in the frame. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Shot deflected just wide. Ward trying to get it back. Indeed he will. He'll walk around, plays it down low. And Belenko works that back to Ward. Loose puck in front. Digging away in the slot. Hawks unable to clear. Puck trying to come back to Phillips. Can't. Arneson with it. He'll look to get it back. Phillips plays that to the far side off a couple sticks. Back to the point. Making a move. Walking in. Come the Canucks. Firing and scoring. And the Canucks. Power play works to perfection there. As Nikolai Belenko with the goal as he comes out in front. And at the 15:30 mark here in the second, it is 5-0 on the 2 power play goals for the Canucks. There's a look at the Belenko goal. Battle off the draw. And Traverse plays that ahead, and that's up and out of play at 15:25. Robertson wins that one back. And Osterman, he'll look to put that ahead to Warsaba. He'll play it across at the line, and Bear can't hold. He'll dump it in, let his squad tag. Hawks on it. They got a long way to come back in this one as they'll work that one up Broadway. Battle for it. Verson walks in, makes a move just wide of the goal. On the near side. Battle for it as Sorry gets pushed off the puck. Battle in front. So Ward and Warfel pick up the assist on the latest Canuck goal. Here comes Sari all alone. Drops that one off. And that one worked back to the point off a couple of sticks. Shot through traffic, deflected wide. As the battle for it ensues on. Canucks. They'll sauce it across, pass to War. Saba's picked off. 2-on-2 going the other way. Verson walks in, pushed off. Traverse goes to give chase. That's offside. So Bear works it up on the far side and dumps it in. Long stretch pass, and they do go for it off the stick of Briggs. And deflected to Ross. He's got a goal in this one for the Canucks. And off the hit. Here comes Ross and crew trying to make it a 3-on-2. They slide onside as Parnell works it to the near side. Battle for it. Ross trying to dig away at it with Parnell. Parnell walks in, looking to add a goal to his assist. And that one deflected up by Quo and into the netting at 13:43. 3 goals here in the second as the Canucks try and push this one out of reach early on. As Jordy rolls in on the draw here. And Jordy wins that to Ross. And Briggs works that through traffic. He'll play it across. Sperber walks in, centers across. And Murphy spinning around. Can't cover that one up. It's in the trapezoid. Battle ensues behind the goal. As the physicality amps up here. Van Alstyne can't get it across. Pass to Caden Buffalo for the breakaway opportunity. Gets shut down. Big collision. And no calls. As it looked like maybe a knee on knee someone wanted. Opportunity from Briggs is shut down. Here's a look at that collision in the neutral zone. As Sperber getting the better at it with one of the Canucks players. Couldn't exactly see the number there from the angle. Murphy gets his helmet re-strapped up and ready to go. 6:51 gone in the frame. Sadowski on the draw, wins it back here for Charleswood. Dowinski plays that wide behind the goal. Blanco plays that up, loose puck, picked up here. And Kurlak works it down low. He'll cut into the slot, pass back to him. Broken up, quick stick by Parnell. He'll get another opportunity. That goes wide behind the goal. Pops up in front here. Looking around for an opportunity as Tate Dolinsky cuts in front. Opportunity to him never comes as that's shut down by the Canucks defense as they put a blue sea wall right in front of the crease. And they'll try and get that out. Johnson holds down low. Sadowski cuts in front, pass to him. Never made it again as the Canucks set up the road blockade, not letting that cross ice pass happen. Tate Dolinsky works up to Kurlak on the near side. Puck pushed ahead. Parnell trying to get a stick at it, pushed ahead though, and right into the attack zone. Dolinsky walks in through some contact, no call. As that stick pushed away, now Murphy will send that to his defenseman as the puck's worked ahead and out of the zone. Galvinia cuts to the near side boards. He'll work past a couple of players. And Nicholas Collin trying to get a defensive player there to work it out in the zone to go away and add that on with a couple of points he has tonight. Collin now with it. Walks in. Looks. Toe drag. And turns the defender inside out. Robertson picks it up at the doorstep. And a couple great saves in quick succession. Continue on. Puck is loose in front of Quo. Back to Warsaw, shot deflected, it's in. And it looked like Ward got the deflection. No, they're going to give it to Warsaw. It is Warsaw with the goal. So 6-0, and that's going to be the night for Quo as Salmon makes his way out towards the goal. Here's a look at the replay. And a couple of quick saves there by Quo as we saw early on. And could only stand on his head for so long. 6-0 for the visitors in this one as the Canucks all over the Hawks. Briggs walks in. And that one rolls wide. Trying to get some momentum after the goaltender change. Pass ahead on the far side. Warfel bounces off the hit. Centers in front. No one home. Opportunity by Bears pushed down low. Bear looks to get that one back. Same with Ward. Arneson cuts down low. Puck played to Sperber. He'll put it on the brakes as he saw the hit coming. Osterman to Warfel. And now Galvinia on it. Yeah, cutting down low. Back to Bear. Bear looks, fires, and fanned on. Cursed by a bad stick. Briggs works through some contact. Sperber walks in, and a good stick check getting back on the defensive play by Cole Warasaba. Has the goal and saves the goal there with a quick back check opportunity. 10:27 on the clock. And we'll see what the Hawks can set up off the draw. And here's a look at that back check by Cole Warasaba. Picks a good angle, gets a stick in there, doesn't allow Sperber to get a shot away. So they pull the face off to the far side, and here come the Canucks again. Walking in, Ward plays it ahead, stays on side barely. Off a couple sticks. So Colin, like as we mentioned, picked up another assist there, as well with Cole Robertson on the latest Canucks goal as we hit the midway mark of this hockey game. Puck played to the far side. Walking in and way up in front was Stevenson. So it's offside as Murphy shunts that into the corner boards. 10 minutes flat to go in the frame, so we're right in the middle mark of this period of this hockey game. 6-0 for the visiting Canucks. Off the draw. Puck played in here by Charleswood. Ross to take that from his goaltender. He'll work it ahead on the near side. Stick battle ensues on, and that pops up and out of play. So they'll take the puck out of the bench and get ready to go as Stevenson and Thornton settle on the draw. One now back to Ross. He'll play it on the far side. Pass ahead, rolls all the way down, and Jarrett Ross gets hit with an icing. So we'll roll it back to the Canucks side of things. So we get set here for the far side draw. And off the draw. Canucks push that ahead for Sari, comes out. Johnson works it back in. Puck scooped up here by Phillips as he'll work this one up ice. And now Sari gets a stick on it. Sari. He'll continue to push ahead as he gets hauled down on some bad ice. Walking in, there's a shot. Salmon makes a stop and smothers up with about 9 to go. And as we look over the season series, we covered the first game here. Comeback win there. Good win by the Charleswood Hawks. Yeah, that one went to overtime. As 2 of the 4 games played, this is the final one, have gone to overtime or shootout, but all been high scoring. None have been this far of reach. Biggest win margin was 3 in a 7-4 win for the Canucks. Also an 8-6 game to go with the 2-1 and 4-3 games. So get ready here for the far side draw. Hawks throw it to the far side. That hits off their own iron. And far side pass. Up to McIntosh. McIntosh with it. He'll play that up ice. And off a couple sticks. Puck dumped in. To the far side. As they continue to work away at it. McIntosh looking for the feed. Ain't going to get it. And that went off the end boards. Back for it. Buffalo cuts in front. And that one played across to the far side, and that Hawks player gets pummeled into the boards. There's a shot stick by Salmon up and out of play at the 8:17 mark. So they get ready here for the far side draw. Be Thornton and Lewis. Thornton wins that. Lindley back to the point. Deflection in front. Salmon sees that through Osterman and holds on for a whistle. Off the draw. Stick battle. Quick shot. Doesn't get through by the Canucks. Hawks trying to work that to the far side. Unable to do so. Thornton plays that off a stick. Onto the near side. Trying to get it to Briggs. Won't go. Under 8 to go in the period. Warfel gives chase on the puck. Murphy. He'll cautiously play that cross. Briggs on it. And Briggs fires and can't put that one past Murphy. A good look at him and Cole Warasaba going back and forth in the rookie leaders for scoring. As that puck worked out, Van Alstyne puts that ahead as we've seen that Warasaba winning that battle in this one tonight. Puck dumped in. Salmon plays that across. Puck is raying all the way around. Stevenson on it. And he'll work through some traffic. Watched by Nicholas Collin. Stevenson fires into the slot. Turnover. And that one off the stick there on the opportunity from Traverse. He'll work it behind the goal. Stevenson couldn't get a stick on it. Good work there, Phillips, who opened the scoring up. Works that up to Collin. Deflected back. Collin takes it from Robertson. Back to Collin. Oh! He couldn't slap that one by Salmon. Battle down low. Backhander. Kicked out into the slot. As Galvinia tied up with Robertson as they got a good battle going in front of the goal. That got killed now by the delayed offside. Puck deflected in. Icing is waved off. Murphy waits. He could have got pickpocketed there. Works it up though, Broadway, and here comes Nicholas Collin. He'll play it across. Robertson lays the hit. Puck comes back into the Canucks zone. They'll play it to the far side. Traverse gets in on the hitting action. Some back and forth here through the neutral zone. Chance Traverse walks across. Tate Dolinski fires deflection and the tip home won't go. Good opportunity there for the Hawks, trying to break the ice on their side of things. As the puck is dumped all the way down, and that's going to slow everything down with 5:47 to go. 6-0 here for the visiting St. James Junior Canucks. And as we talked about the season series earlier, has gone in the Hawks' favor. They've won the last 4, or correction, their last 3, and are leading this one after dropping the first game. Puck deflected, it's in the goal, and just like that, the Hawks are back in this game, and they get some life with 5:42 to go off the quick win of the draw. And Galvinia puts the home squad on the board. And here's a look at the Galvinia goal. As Nathan Galvinia just fires that one home on the short side. So Ward pushes it up ice. And quick shot off the mark trying to regain that 6-goal lead. Rebound is fired wide and up and out of play at 5:30. And we have definitely seen, as we mentioned a couple times throughout the postseason or throughout this season, the Canucks sometimes struggling with playing with the lead, and see if that's how tonight will go or not. Battle with it. Worked around. As the Canucks continue on with it, and one of the changes in, while we haven't seen that happen as much, as some big roster moves there and some fresh bodies really getting their system to work for them. And we've seen that with their power play action. And there they score. No, waved off. And the Canucks are going to argue that. And Arneson still arguing here off the edge of your screen as I flip the camera over there. We'll pop over to the replay. And hard to see here. Let's see what we can look at. There was a loose. Puck was sitting there, and from the referee's angle, yeah, probably was smothered up. Be a tough angle to let that one go. 5:04. Puck played to the far side there by Melnick, and his squad kicks it up on the corner boards. And here we go. Briggs across. Galvinia has that roll off his stick. He'll catch back up to it. And Ross bumps him off the puck. And Galvinia is down and kind of slow to get up. And here's a breakaway opportunity going the other way, firing, scoring, Asari. And just like that, the Canucks have rebuilt their 6th goal lead off the stick of Ethan Sari. There's another look at the replay as Galvinia down at the ice, gets up. Sari just cuts ahead, picks up the breakaway in slide, and pots it home. Doesn't make no mistake there. And it is 7-1 in favor of the Canucks. The Canucks score 7 goals against this Charleswood Hawks team for a 3rd time this season. And there's a penalty off the draw. And now Jordy getting into it. And it looks like he's taking on Briggs there. And that was Stevenson, the 28 there. And Jordy, one of the guys there, always ready to drop the gloves and have a little tumble with someone. We got some 4-on-4 hockey according to Mr. Referee here, though. As a slash and a high stick. Oh, no. They're both against Stevenson, mind you that. And this could really get out of hand. So they'll double up the 2 minors. And it's another 4-minute power play for the Canucks. Obviously, if they score in the first 2 minutes, that gets cut down to 2 minutes. And we'll see what Robertson and crew can do off the win. Robertson looks around, has a couple assists, looking for a goal, but that gets blocked to go the other way. Krylak works around with the Robertson to the far side. And Sari walks in, fires it around the boards, 4 to go. Cutting in front of the goal. Parnell looks around behind as he makes his way into Wayne Gretzky's office. Puck scooped up, and now to go the other way comes James Franklin. Franklin plays it on the backhand through some traffic, won't go. James Franklin killing some time here on the penalty kill as Colin up on the far side, cuts past Johnson, looks for a man, doesn't have an open opportunity. Now Robertson fires it to the far side. Warsaba, he'll work it down low. Trying to set it up here. Warsaba and crew fires himself, deflected. Salmon holds on for a whistle, takes a couple of whacks from Parnell. And his defense in there is Galvinia. Tries to fend off Parnell there. 3:03 on the clock. On the man advantage. 3:31 on the game clock here in the second period action, which has been full of goal scoring. 6 goals scored in the frame. And off the draw, Uncle works that back to Phillips. Both those guys with a goal tonight. Same with Ward, who fires it. Deflection. Arson scores his second. Is it going to be Arson or Warfel? We'll have a look at who comes out first. It's Warfel who got his stick on that. And it is 8-1. And there's a look at the replay. There's a tip in. Power play does its job. And that'll be, again, as we mentioned, the second time this season for 8 goals for this squad against this Hawks team as Arson looks for another one, kicked away right off the draw as they reset that penalty down to 2 minutes. Cycling around here are the Canucks. Ward, he'll play that on to Phillips. And back off a stick. Ward turns, fires, scores. And 2 quick goals were just like that for, and correction there, not Ward, that's Warfel. 2 quick goals for Aiden Warfel. And here's a replay as he picks up, should be the hat trick here if my memory serves me right. And so I one-man crew here, so I don't exactly have my stats right up to date on me. And pardon me on that. Off the draw. Puck rolled around. And that gets dumped in. Johnson gives chase. Battle for it continues on in behind the goal. And that is Warfel's second of the game. Not his third yet. Puck played to the far side. And now Bear dumps that in. Dinging it out of the corner boards. And walking in comes Sperber. 1-for-1 for the home squad in this goal fest and deflected up and out of play by Connor Murphy at 2:13. Lewis strolls in on the draw. Puck went back to the point and slapped around by Turcotte. Sadowski walks in through traffic. And battle for the puck. There's a shot up and out of play. So Ward and Belenko pick up the assist on the goal. 1:55 on the clock, and it's 1 now here where both teams just want this one over with and get out of here with no injuries. And plus if the Hawks can get a goal here and look for a 7-goal third period of them for themselves. As the puck rolls in behind the goal. Johnson on it. Parnell, he'll play it across. As the Canucks not done yet tonight. They're looking for more. There's a shot. Salmon holds on for the whistle. No, jarred free. Puck played back into the slot. And there's a shot by Parnell blocked. And now smothered up for a whistle through traffic. 84 seconds to go here before the 40-minute mark and the second intermission. Collin wins the draw back and doesn't quite get to Ross. With that, puck played to the far side. Verson puts on the brakes. Centers quick shot, and that went off the glove. Murphy makes the stop. Puck rolled out of the zone, and David Johnson plays that up ice. Murphy plays it to Phillips, back to the far side. And Ross couldn't quite get that out of the zone. Second effort, Collin does to Parnell. He'll only have a couple guys to beat as Parnell works it through traffic against Sperber. 90 seconds to go. Canucks work from behind the goal line. Phillips walks into that one. Fired, bouncing around. And the Hawks clear the zone all the way down. We'll have enough for icing. No, not even close. As Ross picks that up. 35 to go. Phillips, he'll pick off that pass. Right back to James Franklin. He'll work that one back. There's an opportunity cutting in front for Charleswood. They'll work it down low. Backhand pops up. And Murphy throws the glove up and gets the trapper to hold on for a whistle at 23.2. And there's a look there at that opportunity. Murphy gets the glove up and holds on for a whistle. 9-1 for the visiting St. James Junior Canucks. The battle of these two teams just separated here by the river. Puck worked to the far side and all the way down. And icing waved off. Dewinski, he'll work that across. 10 to go. Turnover. Sorry walks in and smothered up. 5 2/10 on the clock. As they get ready here for the far side draw. Thornton against Franklin. Franklin wins that one back. And they're just going to hold it and call it a day. There goes the horn. We have plenty of scoring to go over in this scoring recap. So shot total is 24-10. And with that, we will go to today's scoring summary. And that was shot totals for the period. And here we go. Second period scoring, Jaden Ward opened up his 34th, and that's 34 goals in 34 games. Aiden Warfel with the assist at 146, 235. Nicholas Collin, his 21st of the campaign on the power play from Cole Warsaba and Madden Parnell at 430. Nikolai Belenko got his first on the power play. Jaden Ward with the assist. Aiden Warfel picking up another apple on that one at 8:31. Cole Warsaba potted his 9th from Nicholas Collin and Cole Robertson on that assist. At 14:18, Nathan Galvinia got the home squad on the board with his 8th from James Franklin and David Sadowski at 14:18. At 15:26, Ethan Sari his 6th from Michael Firth. And then at 16:39, Aiden Warfel on the power play, number 14 of the season from Jaden Ward and Nikolai Belenko. At 17:06, Aiden Warfel is 15th on the man advantage from Jaden Ward and Jacob Phillips. Penalty summary in the second, Jay McPherson, the double minor for the spear, the slash, and high stick to Braden Stevenson at 15:32. That resulted in 4 power play goals for the Canucks. And with that, we'll flip over to the out of town scoreboard. And 3:20 remaining in the third as the St. Vital Junior Victoria, Saxburg and Lee add on to the goal scoring, but Lemur with the game winner as it stands with 3:20 left in regulation. 4-3 Twins and they're out shooting the Victorias 22-20, and a win there would be big, as that would give the Royal Knights and the Twins a postseason berth. It would also mean if the Canucks picked up 1 point tonight, they would have a postseason berth. And the Canucks could still get a postseason berth if the Twins pull that one out, if it goes into extras. And the update, the Express continue on the onslaught of scoring. That one's 7-1. Johnson with 2, Virat with 1, Selin, Sylvester, Kotchin, and Whiteman. And I apologize if you can't hear me over the music in here, as we're not in the booth today. Brzezinski with the lone goal for the Reals. 7-1, 28-14 of the shots. 8:31 to go in the third. The Pembina Valley Twisters averaging a goal a period, just not good enough against the Royal Knights. Thiessen, Stepik, and Olsen each scoring. 6:32 on the clock, and it is Maslow, as we mentioned, with 2 in the first. Hyrock, Fielding, Bazan, and Lane Richardson, as well as Wilshin, adding on goals. 7-3 for the Royal Knights on home ice, outshooting the Pembina Valley Twisters 29-15. And in the other nightcap game that Graham's covering, they've also played 40 minutes out in Stonewall, and Vitelli added on to the goal scoring. Neville got 1 back for his Raiders Junior Hockey Club, as that one sits 3-2, shots 25-18 through 40 minutes of play. Vitelli, the difference maker, as it sits out in Stonewall. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brent, and we'll see you on the other side of this second intermission. 9-1 as the Junior Canucks all over the Charleswood Hawks, looking to get their postseason ticket punched. And welcome back as we get ready here for third period action. 9-1 is the score for St. James over their arch rivals, the Charleswood Hawks. Shot totals are 46-19 for the visiting St. James Canucks. Story of the game, 4-for-5 on the man advantages. The Canucks power play has been absolutely lethal this season and continues to prove that. As we get ready here for both squads to take the ice. Quickly go over everyone with the multi-point night tonight. How about we'll go with that. Number 2, Cole Saba with a goal and assist. Nikolai Belko with a goal and assist for the Canucks. Jacob Phillips has a goal and assist. A goal and, assist and two assists and a goal for Nicholas Collin. Aiden Warfel with 2 goals and 2 assists. 4 assists and a goal for Jaden Ward. 2 assists for Cole Robertson. And that is all of everyone with 2 points. Nathan Galvinia has the lone goal for the Hawks. Game winner as it sits right now, Tristan Arneson. As the teams hit the ice here as we are ready to go. Third period action. Live from the Iroquois. In the bad blood of the Assiniboine River, separating these two historic clubs in the MMJHL. I'm your host, Bentley Brant, bringing you tonight's MMJHL action. And here we go, third period action. Just awaiting the official crew as they jump onto the ice and we're underway. Osterman, Sorry, and Thorson out for the Canucks. Meanwhile, Sperber, Briggs, and Lewis. It'll be Dolinsky and Melnick at the point for the Hawks, and Warsaba set with Bear. Salmon and Murphy get ready to go as they reattach those nets onto the pegs. Linesmen make sure they're not going to pop off. And third period action. Referee blows his whistle. Make sure he's got the guys separated and we're ready to go. And here we go. Thorson takes that one back against Lewis. We're underway. Warsaba pushes it to the far side. Puck off a couple sticks. And Ethan Sorry, who is one of the goal scorers in this one, pushes it ahead. Comes back. And Osterman now looks for the pass ahead. He'll fan on that one in the barrel of the captains. Warsaba into the attack zone. Toe drag. Back Thorson fires and up and out of play into the netting. And an early stoppage at 24 ticks. Bickerson, Traverse, Stevenson, Johnson, and Van Elstein hit the ice. As a fresh 5 here for the Hawks. We're seeing if they can one up what the Canucks did last period with the 7-goal frame as the Hawks look for an 8-goal one to tie this one up. Thornton up the draw, quick shot goes wide. Charleswood put ahead trying to get some shots on goal, and there they go early on with a loose puck bouncing in the crease, and that fluttering puck picked up by the Canucks and dumped in by Sorry. Played to the far side by Johnson. He'll work that off a couple sticks. Battle for it. And quick shot, and that one just enough by Salmon. Puck rolled out. Battle for it ensues. Traverse. He'll dump that on goal. And Arneson up ice. Out to Warfel. Warfel looking for the Hattie. He'll play it ahead. Calling for it's Arneson. Back. Blanco's shot doesn't get through. And picked up here to work up ice is the Hawks. Hawks play that to the far side, off a couple sticks. Battle for it continues to ensue as they'll push that one along. And now back to the point. Phillips gets his stick on it, trying to break it up. Pass comes out to Arneson, and Arneson up ice, puts on the brakes. Warfel fires to the goal, off a couple sticks, bouncing puck. And McPherson deflects that in. Firth on it. He'll play it to the far side. And Warfel first on that puck. He'll outrace the hip check. Arneson plays it back to Michael Firth and worked off his stick. Here come the Hawks up on the near side. And Charleswood Kurlik walks in. He'll play that along, gets it back from James Franklin. Goes to fire, shut down, wraparound opportunity. Stays with it, looks, drops off to Melnick. Melnick walks in off a stick. He'll get it back. McPherson cycles. Same with Melnick looking for the puck. Bound the corner boards. And that loose puck comes out to McPherson, fires, and just enough on that one. Puts that to the side there by Connor Murphy, who directs some traffic in front of his own goal. Arneson picks that one up as his squad looks out on the far side. Parnell plays it in. He'll give chase. Puck picked up now by Lewis. Lewis works it ahead on the near side boards. Walking in comes Briggs, and he couldn't get a shot away. Van Alstyne holds at the line. Turnover, and Robertson feeds across. Parnell walks in, and he gets obliterated on that hit. Has something to cheer for here for the home squad. As Sperber puts it the other way, cuts towards the goal, just wide for Tyson Sperber. Robertson plays that ahead. Cullen gives chase, and that just stays onside. Sperber has another go. Passes off the mark to Briggs. Kalen Briggs saw the hit coming, puts on the brakes, and bounces off Caden Buffalo. Dowinski pass in front, deflected, and the tip-in from Briggs is denied. Puck rolls all the way down. Stevenson on that. And he'll work that away from Carter Jordy. Puck pushed ahead on the far side. Tate Dowinski on it. He'll give chase. Bouncing puck come down. And right to Verson. He joins the play. Fires just over the goal. Hawks turn that around. And Dowinski now scoops that one up in the neutral zone. He'll push it ahead. Jordy takes a hard hit against the penalty box there from Trans Traverses. They buddy up. Puck worked across here on the near side. Deflecting off a couple bodies into the zone. Bear on it. He'll work it to the far side. Canucks walk in. McIntosh looks. Waits. Cycles. Skates to the far side. Fires off the lumber and up into the netting towards the Charleswood Banners with that. We'll take a look at the replay here of this hit. Trying to get the momentum going that Parnell took as he entered into the zone. And the Hawks trying to get their crowd back in this one. 15-19 on the clock. Thornton, he'll win that one back to Bear. His shot through traffic, and that one just goes wide. Battle for the puck ensues. And there's a shot that made its way wide of the goal. Puck rolled out. Trickled in behind the goal. As they continue to try and work it free. Comes out to the far side. Picked up by Sari. He'll dump that one off. Battle for the puck on the corner boards. Worked out. And there's a backhand opportunity shut down. Rebound there just wide of the goal from Caden Osterman. Back to Michael Firth. His shot deflected. And off the pad of Salmon into the corner boards. 5.5 gone here in the third. All Nucks in this one as the Hawks push it up the far side. And that one just over the crossbar, a little bit too fine. Sperber picks up the rebound on the shot from Kurlik. That one off the stick of Cole Warsaba. Pass ahead. Arneson gives chase. He's got the game winner as it stands. Puts on the brakes. looks to Warfel for the Hattie, and he makes some contact with Salmon, no call. Battle for the puck on the near side. And the Canucks pinch in to hold the zone. That's going to give Lewis some room on the far side as he'll get past and walks in, fires off the blocker. And battling for that rebound. Hawks hold the zone for Sperber. Sperber trickles that one back in front and wide of the goal. Lewis throws it towards the goal. Off a couple sticks. Dolinski holds the line. He'll play it to some open space. Lewis from behind the goal. He's watched and bumped off the puck. Hawks cycle that around. Briggs, battle down low, pops out of the zone. All the way down, icing is waved. Dolinski ahead. 13 minutes to go in regulation. Traverse deflects it in. Puck to Collin. And that won't go. Bouncing off a couple hits. Pearson walks in, opportunity at the doorstep. And the net is removed from the moorings, but they'll leave that as it's behind the play. And gloved and held on for a whistle by Salmon at 12:38 in regulation, and the referee still looking at that net behind the play. Something different there as he gets that taken care of. Off the draw. Parnell. He'll work that off a stick and cross-check his man to the ground. Battle on the near side. Hawks push that out of the zone. Get past Phillips. And Robertson plays that to some open ice. Phillips to the far side trying to get back to Parnell. Parnell goes for a change, but that's not going to happen as the linesman gets in to make his call on the icing. And they decide it'll be a near side draw as they get ready to go. And off the near side draw. Battle for the puck ensues. Picked up and off a couple sticks. Collin walks into the attack zone. Makes a move. Cuts towards the goal. Couldn't fire. Works around. And here we go. Traverse. Walks in. Battling for it. Waiting for an opening. Can't find one. And that loose puck. No call on the hit. Some dismay from the fans. Franklin shot loose in front. Canucks on it as they look to push it back up ice on the near side. Puck comes down. McIntosh walks in, fires and rings that one off the iron, trying to send his team up to double digits. They've had that at least once this year. Battle for it continues on down low. Trying to get to Firth. And that battle is just going to continue to ensue. Down to 11. Walking in. Turcotte makes a move. And now it's going to be picked up. Caden Buffalo works his way back. Across to Jordy. Jordy walks in, waits, decides to fire, and the puck bounces away from him. He'll regroup there in the neutral zone. He'll fire it in. So the guys in blue get a change in. As Turcotte cuts up on the near side. He'll dump it in behind the goal. Murphy quickly ahead. And off a couple sticks, Sperber picks it up. He'll walk in. Osterman shuts him down as the Canucks play it along. Debelenko. Van Alstyne tries to hold. Battle for the puck. Walking in and cutting towards the goal is Tyson Sperber. He'll stay with it. He'll look. A change comes in. Lewis joins the play. Puck comes to him at the line. No play. Now back down low before it gets to him. Wraparound opportunity. Pad down and smothered up with traffic in front of Connor Murphy. 10:06 on the clock. 9-1 for the St. James Junior Canucks on the road here in Charleswood. Live from the Aircoy Arena, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you tonight's MMJ NHL action here in the nightcap. Battle for it. Jordy works it across. And Lewis bounces off the hit, cuts in front. Can't do anything with it. Sari's opportunity is turned back over. Jordy plays it across. Melnick gives chase, and he'll just loop that one across. Play on the far side ensues on as that's pushed in front of the goal. Sperber cycles around with the bodies in front. And here come the Canucks. They'll push it up the far side. Sorry with one, trying to get another one. Trips past the goaltender off the glove. That fluttering puck just wide. Salmon got just enough. And a big block there. Look at this. Here comes Traverse walking in and oh, couldn't finish that one off. That started off the back of the skate of Lewis going for a change. And a careless play there by the Canucks almost resulted in a Hawks goal. Warfel now goes the other way. He'll work it across, firing towards the goal and up, and there's a souvenir for one of the fans down behind the Hawks goal. Here's a look at that opportunity on the breakaway. There's the pass, pops right off the skate of Lewis and finds Chance Traverse all alone and couldn't tap that one home on the backhand down low. Battle for it as that puck just fired wide of the goal. They'll dig that out of the corner boards. And coming in to lay the body, here's the Canucks. Done their job staying out of the penalty box. The difference maker also in this game, with 4 of their goals coming on the power play of their 5 opportunities. So, just like that, about almost half their goals as they look to set it up now as the Hawks move that to the near side boards and can't quite get it out of the zone. Second effort does. Phillips works it across. Glove down by Ward. Worked across. Blanco through some traffic. Works into the attack zone. Tries to pick up the rebound. And that loose puck. Hawks on it. Charleswood pushes it up ice onto the near side. Tate Dolinski walks in. Fires off the pad into the corner boards. Werfel on that puck. He'll work it out of the zone. Puck fired back in. And Firth giving chase. There's a stoppage of play on the icing. 7:53 on the game clock as we fire it back around here. Again, stay tuned for our 3 stars following tonight's action. And quick shot by Warsabo wide. Also an update from the out-of-town scoreboard as the games now come to completion and some playoff spots look to get rewarded. As that one comes down low on that puck. Here come the Hawks as they try and break that one up, unable to do so, and set up a counter as Parnell now does turn it over to Johnson, and he is under siege. So has their team this whole game as Colin holds the zone. Dowinski, he'll get it. Down to 7 in regulation. Firth fires and misses on the glove. Stick battle for it. Charleswood, they'll fork that out and go for a change. Putting on the brakes is Kurlik. He'll work that across. Tate Dolinski walks in, fires, and eaten up for the whistle by Murphy. Easy stoppage for him. 6:48 on the clock. Lewis off the draw. Puck rolls back. Looking for Sari. And now Thornton ahead on the near side. Osterman couldn't get there. Puck picked up by Robertson. Robertson works that up ice. And here we go. St. James straddles the line as they walk in. Sari drops off. Blanco with it. And Blanco shot deflected up and wide. Sari scoops up the rebound for his squad. Plays it back to the point. Bear shot. And Thornton looking for a deflection in front. Won't go. He'll fire that one. And Salmon stays strong. Turnover. Thornton gives that. Looks for it back in the slot. And that pass never arrives. Shot goes wide there by Belenko. As spinning out of traffic, Sorry looks to push it ahead. He'll dump it in. Osterman tags at the line and goes. Battle on the near side. And now pulled back here by Charleswood. Briggs waits at the line and comes out the gate. But the puck quickly picked up here by the Canucks as Caden Buffalo walks in, waits. Buffalo fires, and that deflected. Rebound loose in front and jumped on by Salmon. 5:29 on the game clock. So we get ready for the far side draw. Phelps on it. That one rolls off a stick into the slot and just over on the whack from Werfel. Looking for the hat trick. Just over on the blocker side. As Werfel takes a couple shots from Galvinia. Both those guys with a goal in today's game. There's an opportunity down low for Caden Buffalo. And McIntosh comes in trying to fork it free at 5:08. So no changes, and no, there'll be one here for Charleswood. And off the draw. Puck picked up here. McIntosh looks around to Buffalo, to the point. Warsaba fires through traffic, deflected wide. Buffalo, he'll play it back. And Phillips works that down low. Dolinsky giving chase, trying to work that to the far side. McIntosh on it here for St. James. He'll look around, trying to work it back. Hawks take it the other way. 3-on-1. It'll be a 3-on-3 if they're not fast enough, though. Walking in, Briggs looks around. Kalen Briggs can't carry the puck with them. Comes out. Buffalo chases down the far side. Walking in's got McIntosh. Looks for the cross-ice feed. McIntosh couldn't connect, though. And the counter set up by Briggs. Breakaway. Kalen Briggs walks in, cuts back at forehand, and he's shut down. Phelps works that one out. And all the way down the ice, it's icing against St. James. Good back and forth hockey at 4:16. Trying to bring some life into this 9-1 game. Here's a look at the replay as Briggs gets his go on the counter and walks in, takes that back and forth, unable to lift that over the pad. 4:16 on the clock. Puck play back to the point. Cluck behind the goal, watched by Phillips. He'll look around. Balfour comes back. There's a quick shot through traffic, bounces just wide into the corner boards for McPherson. McPherson trying to work that free as he cuts into the slot. Waiting for the pass, and Cluck's shot is deflected off a stick into the corner boards by Johnson. Balfour, James Franklin on it. Franklin looking for the dish off. He'll keep it himself. Drops that off. And Melnick's shot doesn't get through traffic. Big hit in front. And there's a penalty coming. And now, here we go. Couple of down players. And the linesman quickly breaking up. Parnell is going to head to the sin bin. As well as the 21 of McPherson is quickly leaves. There's the call for the interference. And I think it's going to be a nope, no timeout here by the Hawks. And so we won't cut to the replay. But the Charleswood Hawks get their first man advantage. So 3:37. And again, we'll have the replay of that here at the next whistle as that puck rolls down. As the Hawks, they'll push that ahead on the far side. Walking in, Dolinsky feeds it across on the man advantage. Picked up by Thornton. And Thornton dumps that in. Salmon decides to play that dangerous call, but gets the stick down to shut down Brady Thornton. And here we go, 2-on-2 on the counter. Now making a 3-on-2 as Dolinsky enters. James Franklin back to Van Alstyne. He'll work it across. Dolinsky to Van Alstyne. 1:15 on the man advantage as the Hawks Cycle it around. There's an opportunity. Kicked it to the corner boards. Puck worked behind the goal. And Turcotte plays it at the line. Stays on side. 50 seconds to go in the man advantage. There's a quick shot. Dolinsky can't get it. And picked up to go the other way by Braden Thornton. Thornton walks in. Toe drag, fire, save made. Rebound loose in front. Foul for it on the corner boards ensues. Puck comes out to Blanco. Cleared into late offside. 2 minutes on the clock. 25 to go on the man advantage. 9-1 game as the Charleswood Hawks look to be joined by the Canucks in the postseason. Not what they were hoping for in this one. As a long stretch pass picked up here. Walking in, Sadowski puts on the brakes. Dishes off to Lewis. Bouncing puck, even strength. As Sorry walks in, off a couple sticks to McIntosh. Picked up by Sperber. He'll dish that one back. And here comes Melnick. Fires into the trapper. And a stoppage of play. Here's a look at the replay as we're going to show you earlier. On the collision. .77 ticks to go here in regulation. Battle off a couple sticks. Walking in. Dolinsky looks. Wraps her around. And that puck skips over some sticks. Puck dumped in by Cullen. And battling away at that one. As they continue to work it. Quick shot, Salmon makes the stop. Puck comes out. And that one fired in on goal. And the Hawks just letting the time tick down. And we await the horn here. There we go. And welcome to the postseason, the St. James Junior Canucks, as that will bring them up to 39 points. And with the help of the Twins win, we'll give a punch a postseason ticket for the Twins, Knights, and Canucks. Again, stay tuned for our 3 stars and an out-of-town scoreboard as the Canucks stun the Hawks in this one, 9-1, picking up the road win. We'll flip over to today's 3 stars. Game-winning goal went to the 9 of Tristan Arneson. Your 3rd star in today's game with a goal and 2 assists from the St. James Junior Canucks, number 11, Nicholas Collin. Your 2nd star in today's game with 2 goals and 2 assists from the St. James Junior Canucks, number 12, Aiden Warfel. And your 1st star in today's game with 4 assists and 1 goal from the St. James Junior Canucks, number 18, Jaden Ward. And with that, we will flip over here to look at the standings as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Here is the standings as they sat coming into tonight. And the Victorias fall 5-4 to the Twins. So they come back to get within 1 with with Saxburg with his 2nd. And then Drew Russell ends it for the home squad. So the Twins, that gives them 41 points. And more importantly, that gives the Victorias, that will give them a points cap there of 38. So that there will, with the Canucks win, picking up their 2 points, will also send them to the postseason. Same with the Royal Knights and the Twins out of that final out there in Fort Garry. Flip over the Rail Express. They knock off the Reals 7-1 in that one. Johnson with 2, Vorat, Selin, Sylvester, Kochin, and Whiteman adds on to the scoring. Brzezinski had the lone goal for the Reals. Shots in that one were 37-21. The shot update score in that Twins game was 34-28 for the Victorias in a losing effort. The Pembina Valley Twisters got doubled up by the Royal Knights as they also make their way into the postseason. Maslow with 2, Hiroki, Fielding, Bazin, and Richardson, Wilson, and Watson goal scorers in the winning effort. Olsen had 2, Thiessen and Stepik, the goal scorers for Pembina Valley, as they got outshot 29-15 in that one. And the nightcap out in Stonewall. Benera added on a goal to Novelle's earlier one, but it has been all Jets as Chung, King, Vitelli, and Lorenko and Saunders adds on to the goal scoring. It's now 5-2 with the 63 seconds remaining in the third. And the shots there are 25-18. So it looks like the Jets will hold on and they will stay ahead of the Hawks now. With that, as they get their second, so I'll bring them up to 45 points. As the Raiders looking there, sitting in the lone remaining playoff spot that is not secured yet. And the Twins will stay 2 points up on the Canucks as both those teams move up tied with the Royal Knights as the Knights pick up their 2 points against the Pembina Valley Twisters. So the standings will stay the same, just add a couple 2 points there to those 4 teams. And that, or correction there, those 5 teams. As that is where we stand. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you tonight's MMJHL action as that playoff picture starts to really close out here. And with that, we'll see you on our next broadcast. Until then, take care and have a good evening. It is the Canucks fending off the Hawks by a score of 9-1 live from the Iroquois. Have a good evening, and we'll see you all on our next broadcast. Till then, take care.